Hey guys, it's Dangerous Violet here, and today I'm doing a creator sim of one of my all-time favorite shows, Friends. I absolutely love Friends, like, you've got no idea. I love it. I watch it so much that Bonus Tank is absolutely sick of it. But anyway, we're starting off with Rachel. I found it really hard. I don't know why. All the other Sims, like the other characters, I did pretty well with. But Rachel, I just felt like I couldn't get her right. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist as well. So I really wanted her to be perfect. In the end, I was happy with how she turned out. But you'll see me, you'll see me spend so much time on her. And I even go back. After I've done a couple of the other ones, I go back and change her again because I'm just still not happy. But yeah, I'm just making a face shape at the moment. And yeah, Rachel, if you haven't watched Friends ever, which if you haven't, you need to because it's awesome. Rachel is her character at the start of it has just walked out on her fiance at the wedding, and she walks into the coffee house in this massive wedding gown right after Ross says, I just want a wife, and she just walks in, and it's just one of those moments. Yeah, so from then on, Rachel tries to go out on her own without her dad's money because her parents are rich. And the man she was going to marry was an orthodontist, I believe. So she would never have had to work. If she went through that wedding, she would never have had to work or worry about money or anything. So for her to have walked out on that is a bit of a shock for her. And yeah, she ends up working at the coffee house and later on goes on to work in fashion. Yeah, so that's not the hair that I choose for her. I swap a lot, but that is the one that I end up choosing in the sort of mousy brownie colour, which sort of matches that one, the one that matches Rachel's hair the best. I went CC shopping looking for custom content that would suit her hairstyle perfectly, and there just wasn't one. This was the closest, and it's pretty good. This is the closest to what her hair actually looks like in most of the seasons. So I was pretty happy with it. But I think I do change it again a couple of times, but I go back to this one in the end. I was so indecisive with her. I hate watching it back, but you know. Yeah, so, yeah, Rachel was she was one of my favourite characters out of the show, along with Chandler and his jokes, which are just hilarious. But I always liked, I don't know, I think she was one of the more likeable characters overall for most people, so she was just kind of that, yeah, she's a bit, not ditzy at times, but just like she doesn't know where to take out the trash. She's never taken out the trash in her life or vacuumed a floor or anything like that. You can see me changing her hair again. Oh, trying to pick one that was better, but I just didn't have one. And yeah, hopefully soon we'll get on to doing her outfits. I did like all everyday outfits. I think it's 5 for all the Sims, just so that there was a bit of variety in the outfits and that. And I didn't do the full 5 for the other sections, but I did like 2 or 3 or 4 for some of them. Just yeah, so that they look a little bit different all the time. This is actually going to be a let's play that I'm doing in the near future, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to be using this these Sims, and I've actually also done the apartment builds, which will be coming soon. The speed builds will be coming soon, of Monica and Rachel's apartment, and then one of Chandler and Joey's, one of Ross's, and one of Phoebe's. And they're all going to be separate speed builds. But the way I've done it is, in case you guys wanted to download off the gallery this and do it yourself as well, I've put them all in the one apartment building above the coffee house. So if you just wanted to download the individual apartment, what I've done is where the doors are, I've removed the wall so that the entire apartment is one room. And that way you can download the room and put it on top of the building, and then you can put all 4 apartments in the building. And that way, yeah, you can create your own friends game. I have used some custom content in this creator sim, but most of it's pretty easy to find, and I think most of it a lot of you use anyway. Like the hair, I think, is Nightcrawler, which is pretty popular. So if you wanted to download it, you could just go onto the Sims resource website and search for Nightcrawler, and you could find Rachel's hair quite easily. I'm pretty sure it's Nightcrawler. I've changed it again, but I do change it back to the other one. Yeah, so we're just doing Rachel's outfits at the moment. I really tried to make the outfits what they would have worn without, because obviously it was like 10, 20 years ago. So fashions were a lot different back then. So the clothing items available don't really match the era, but I've done my best to make them sort of wear what they would normally have worn. But yeah, so I'm just changing her face again because I still wasn't happy, and I'm not going to be happy a long time in the future, but that's okay. That's okay. In the end, she looks good, which is the main thing. But yeah, we'll put her hair back on in a minute and keep going. But yeah, if you haven't ever watched Friends, definitely go and buy it and watch it. It's amazing. I have the full set on Blu-ray, and I literally just go from episode 1, season 1 to the very last episode, and then when I finish, I just go straight back to the start again. So I'm just constantly watching it. Whenever I sit down to watch something, I'm always just like, can't be bothered looking for something, so I'll just watch Friends and I'll just go through, just go from the start, and I'll just, watch the whole thing over the course of, a few months or so, or a few weeks, depending on how busy I am. But sometimes I just leave it on in the background. But yeah, I've put Rachel's hair back to normal again and just doing her 4th outfit. I love those skirts. There's a skirt that I used on Rachel, and I think I used it on Monica as well on a few outfits. And it's like a leather look, high-waisted skirt. And it comes in all different colours, like light colours and then darker colours. And I love it so much. I love it so much. I think I'm actually going to... There it is there, that one. And it comes in all these different colours. There, look, I'm going through all the colours. But I think I'm going to do a CC showcase for you all of the content that I use the most and the ones that I love the most. Some of them you will probably have seen before, but I really want to do the content that I like and try and be as true to myself as I can. But yeah, hopefully I'll get that done soon. Yeah. Doing her formal outfits. Really like that orange colour. I've never used that before. But in the end I go with this black and white, I think. And yeah. Sorry, I have a bit of a runny nose. Putting on some jewellery, that type of thing. But going through a makeup. I love this dress. It kind of reminds me of the green one that Rachel wore to Ross's. The episode where they take forever to get ready and Ross goes insane. It reminds me of the green one she wears at the end of that when they're going to his, I think it's like a presentation or something where he has to speak. Yeah, so yeah, just trying to get the outfits as true to the characters as I could. And yeah. I don't think I ever see any of them in workout gear except for Chandler and Monica when they do that. He complains that he needs to lose weight and then she starts like training him and she gets all like too full on for him, so he backs down. He's like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. But other than that, I don't think I see any of them in their workout gear. So yeah, I kind of just made that one up. But yeah. I like this dress, but it needs like a cardigan over the top of it or something. So I always put it on my Sims and then take it off again because I'm like, oh, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. And it is custom content. But so sometimes custom content, there's a little bit of, yeah, some of it doesn't match, but that's okay. I have so many shoes. I have so many custom content shoes. It's insane. And hair. I can't stop. I find shoes and I'm like, I want that one. I want that one too. I want that one too. I want that one too. Then I end up with like 50 new pairs of shoes. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. But yeah. On to her party wear. We're almost finished, Rachel. I think actually at the end of this I go back and change her face again a little bit. But that's almost the final product there. Like, she looks pretty Rachel-like. But yeah, I've never actually tried doing characters before. Like had a person in mind or a character in mind and then attempted to make them in Create a Sim, which is really weird considering The Sims 4 has such a awesome push and pull like clay molding Create a Sim that you can make like anything, almost anything. Yeah, I don't know why I've never tried it before. I guess I just like to make my own crazy looking Sims. But yeah, I really enjoyed this and I think I'll be doing more in the future. Have some ideas that hopefully you guys will be interested in. So that's another thing that I will try to be doing. Yeah. And actually, I have 29 subscribers today. Thank you guys so much. I can't believe it. I've only been doing this like 2 months, I think. Since like January. Maybe it's 3 months. I don't know. I haven't been doing it very long and I'm really, really enjoying myself. I'm loving it. And yeah, I can't believe it. Thank you guys. I'm really happy with how you guys are, receiving me. It's great. I was just having a look at what I wanted to make her here. I think I end up making her like something to do, leader of the pack or something. Yeah, and I make her self-assured because she's confident. Materialistic because Rachel likes things. And I couldn't pick a third one for her. It took me ages to pick a third one for her. And I ended up picking outgoing because Rachel is pretty outgoing. She's a pretty outgoing person. Yeah, so now I'm just getting a heap of Sims in and naming them. I'm pretty sure I named them all. And just to get an idea of, who I wanted to make next. I think I end up making Monica next. But I accidentally make her in this one, Phoebe one. Because if you have a look, the Sim that I named Monica has pink hair and the Sim that I named Phoebe has black hair. So I just pick the black-haired one and make Monica. And I don't realise that that's the one I named Phoebe. But I do realise after a while and change the names and the traits and things. So don't stress. Who's this? Joey. Oh, of course. Joey has to be romantic. And he is flirty, outgoing, and glutton because Joey loves to eat. And he sleeps around. So that was the one I was making Monica, but I ended up changing that. Chandler has to be funny. I make him a goofball. I know that I make him a goofball. And cheerful. I don't know if he's cheerful. Chandler's not really cheerful. I hope I changed that. Family orientated. Yeah, I guess he's family orientated. Now, this is Phoebe, and I end up making this Monica. But yeah, I made Phoebe like a musical, what's it called? Aspiration. And I make her insane because, well, she is. And music lover and creative, because we're going to have her play her guitar and that. Ross wants to have a family. He's very romantic. Ross is very romantic. I make him geek, but I take that one off because it doesn't, like, the explanation of it doesn't really suit his character. So I make him genius instead because that kind of suits him. And yeah, so here's where I go to make a Monica in Phoebe's sim because she's got black hair and she looks like Monica. Yeah, so now we're starting on Monica's face. I was really happy with how Monica turned out. And yeah, she doesn't, the other sims don't take me anywhere near as long as Rachel took me. Yeah. So just picking out, I take their hair off to do their face because I can see it a bit clearer, like the lines and that and features a lot clearer. I haven't really, I'm going to make Monica a chef. So I'm going to put her in the food career track because she loves cooking in the show. She loves cooking and she's awesome at it. And she ends up being head chef for a restaurant. So, I thought that would suit her sim really well. And yeah, I'm just trying to make her look as much like Monica as I can. Yeah, if you don't know, friends, Monica is crazy neat. She's crazy neat. If you go into her apartment and you put like a coffee cup on the table without a coaster, she'll freak out. Or if you move any of the furniture, she'll freak out. Or if you clean something for her, or if the other characters clean something for her, she has to clean it again because it's not good enough. It's not clean enough. I think there's one episode where Monica Ross is dating this woman and she is an absolute slob. Her house is just made of entire garbage. Like, it's garbage. And there's like rats and yeah, it's gross. It's gross. And he tells Monica about it. And at the end of the episode, Monica, in the middle of the night, goes to this lady's apartment and knocks on this door with a bucket of cleaning supplies. And she's like, tells her who she is. And she's like, I was thinking about your apartment and I just couldn't sleep. Would you mind if I clean it? She wants to clean the lady's apartment because she can't sleep. She's that OCD. She can't sleep thinking about how dirty this lady's apartment is. Yeah. She slams the door in her face anyway. That's the end of the episode. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I really like Monica's character. All the characters are so different in their own ways so that you can love them all, which I think is really great. And I think that's part of the reason why Friends was so successful, because you could relate with all the characters in a different way. And yeah, they did a good job. They definitely did a good job. But yeah, Monica's almost done, and we're just doing her outfits. We haven't done any of her makeup yet. I give her red lips, I think, because I think most of the time she's got lipstick on, like a darker reddish lipstick. Yeah, I don't use any eyeliner because they don't seem to have it. And I put eyelashes on all of them, and I use a different, like a different selection for each one, so they look different. Yeah, and I couldn't understand why this lipstick was like weird on the edges. Like, normally it looks like crisp and clean, but yeah, so I end up changing it to this one and lighten it up a bit, I think. Yeah. So that's about oh yeah, and this is where I realise that this isn't Monica. So then I have to like change it and try and remember how I did it. Yeah. So I change them over. Sorry. Yeah. So we'll finish doing Monica's clothing and that. And yeah, I think the next one I do is, I'm going to say Phoebe. That's a guess. I can't remember. I did this last week. So yeah, I've been getting prepared for this Let's Play. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to start this new Let's Play. And I'm going to have 2 going at once. So so that my channel's a little bit more interesting. And if you don't like one, then you can watch the other, or yeah. And I haven't decided how exactly I'm going to do it. I think the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to have all the other characters. Okay. So I'm going to have all the other characters, like the Gunther and the Janice and, all the extra boyfriends and girlfriends, and Ross's ex-wife, Carol, and her lesbian lover, Susan, and then Ben and Emma, or Emma eventually. But I'm not going to make it exactly like the show, because I think that will just be boring to watch, because you know exactly what's going to happen. So I'm going to let things kind of the autonomy of the Sims kind of go where it will. But things like Chandler getting together with Janice and then breaking up and then getting back together and then breaking up and getting back together, like, I'll definitely do that. Like, yeah, and the Ursula-Phoebe relationship, like, Ursula will, they won't have a good relationship at all, but they won't see each other very much. So, yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do it, because I still want it to be interesting and I still want it to be like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened, so that it's new and fresh. But yeah, so it will be the same but a little bit different. So just so it's got some drama and interesting differences in it. And yeah, so I am actually really excited. Really, really excited to start this. I was so excited to do this creator sim, actually. Like, because I just felt like once I'd done this, then it was like kind of like real. Like, I had the Sims and I had the characters, and then I could start whenever because I'd already done the builds. So yeah, so excited. I hate that hair on her. I changed that hair. That's not the hair that I use. Doesn't look like a Monica at all. That's not Monica's hair. Formal. Oh, formal was really hard. Oh, for all the characters. Well, the girls mainly. The dresses just, because the fashion's so different. The dresses just didn't look like what they would wear. Yeah, but I did my best. And I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. So, yeah, doing a formal, and then we'll finish all Monica's outfits and move on to the next sim, Monica Geller. Yeah. I don't really know what else to tell you guys. I haven't done one of these videos where I commentate, like over a speed build or a creator sim before, so this is my very first one. So yeah, just I'm still learning. That all this YouTube stuff is still new to me, a lot of it. So I mean, I've been watching YouTube for a while. I'm not completely out of the loop on everything. And, I watch Deligracy and The Sim Supply and English Simmer and all them a lot. I love Deligracy and Sim Supply's builds. I love them. I watch them all the time. Whenever they release a build, I'm like, watch it straight away. And Scream Sorority's really good at the moment, actually. Except I'm still waiting for the next episode. Still waiting. I love the way she's doing it. It's so different. Like, it's actually like you're watching a show, and everyone's loving it as well. But there's so much work. Like, she must be putting in so much work for that too. Yeah, for the episodes to be like that, like they are. But no, yeah. And if any of you guys didn't know, Bonus Tank is actually my partner. We have been together for 5.5 years now. Yeah, and we live together. And we have a dog called Ellis, a blue heeler dog. Yeah, just a little fun fact about me that you guys might not have known. Yeah. Bonus Tank's been doing YouTube for ages now. I think it was 2012 when he started. He's better at it than me, obviously. But yeah, so now we're both doing it, which is really fun. So we can, share each other's stuff, and we've been doing some collabs and that, like the what's it called? Who's Your Daddy? Who's Your Daddy videos I did with him. And there's a heap of videos on his channel that I've done with him, but I haven't put them on my channel so far. I wanted it to be mainly The Sims, because The Sims is like my favourite game. And, I love doing the Let's Plays, and I love doing the Creator Sims, and I love doing the speed builds. So, yeah, that's kind of the direction I wanted my channel to go in. But there will be different little games here and there that I like. Yeah. So we're almost finished Monica. She's doing her swimwear. Putting some sunnies on her. I can't remember which one I picked. I think it's a one piece. No? Oh, it's red. Yep, that's it. I picked the red and the black. I love matching those black bikini bottoms with coloured tops, because you can pick any colour and then you can make heaps of different outfits, heaps of different swimmer outfits. Oh, so it looks like we're doing Ross now. Starting off on his face. Ross was really hard to create, really hard, because his face is really long and his nose is really long, and I wanted to make it longer, but I couldn't. Like, it was at the limit, so I didn't really know how else to, yeah. Yeah. But he looks good in the end anyway. But I did want to make his nose longer. I wish I could have made his nose longer. Yeah. So, if any of you guys have any creator sims that, like, characters from movies or anything that you want me to make, definitely leave a comment and with some ideas, and I'll probably end up doing it, because I only have 1 or 2 ideas of the next creator sims that I want to do at the moment. So yeah, it's definitely open for interpretation. Yeah, and I definitely will be doing more, because I really did enjoy this. I don't know if I enjoyed it so much because it was just friends though, or if it was the creator sim aspect of it, but yeah. I should tell you guys a little bit about Ross. Ross is a geek. He loves science, and he works in a museum with dinosaurs, and they make jokes all throughout the series about him and his, little dinosaur toys and fossils, and when he talks, they all zone out because he's talking about, they find what he's talking about so boring. I shouldn't say it is boring, because it's interesting to some people, and it's interesting to him, just none of his friends or his sister. So that's another thing they make jokes out of during this show. But yeah, Ross is absolutely in love with Rachel. Ever since high school, he's been in love with her, and I think in season 2 or 3, he finally plucks up the courage to tell her that he likes her. And yeah, they're on again, off again, on again, off again couple throughout the series. But he just has a thing for Rachel. He loves her, absolutely loves her. And yeah, he is Monica's brother. So Monica and Ross are brother and sister. And their parents, their mum is really mean to Monica. Sorry. Their mum is really mean to Monica. Like all the time. Like just snide little comments. and like has like no faith in her abilities or the fact that she'll ever find a man to get married and have kids, and Ross is like their golden child that they absolutely adore and love. The dad's pretty good. The dad's pretty like equal, treats them pretty equal. But the mum, like I think she actually makes Monica's old bedroom into a gym. She makes it into a gym, but Ross's bedroom is like exactly the same as when he lived there. It's like a shrine to Ross. Like, yeah. Well, here I am going back to Rachel, changing her again. That doesn't look like Joey. That looks like Phoebe's brother, actually. Before I changed it for Joey. So we finished Ross. Now we're going on to Joey. Now, Joey. Oh, Joey. Joey is dumb. He's dumb. He just, whenever they, what is it? There's so many times it happens. Like they'll be like, oh my God. Oh, I can't even think of an example, but like they'll realize something and they'll all have like an epiphany. And then Joey stands there confused for like another like 10 seconds and they look at him and they're like, any moment now. And then Joey goes, oh, and realizes what they all realized like 10 seconds ago. He's like really slow. And it's just, yeah, he's a cute little character. He is a bit of a womanizer. I think he has a couple of relationships throughout the show, but for the most part, Joey sleeps with women and doesn't call them back. A lot. So a lot of the people are like, yeah, he's like, no, you can't talk to her. I slept with her and I didn't call her back. And it's like, Joey, stop it. But yeah, he's very much a womanizer. I gave him the romantic trait. He's not really romantic, but I gave him that to make it easier for him to meet the girl in that night in The Sims, to meet the girl in that night and then take her home and sleep with her so that we can get that, what's it called? The love bar? Oh, I can't even talk. The love bar up enough so that becomes available. I am going to give him like the traits, the extra traits that you can purchase with the rewards. Like I think there's one that's Great Kisser and something else, and yeah, I'm going to give him them. And yeah, there's going to be a few cheats during this Let's Play, but that doesn't matter. It's not a challenge. It's not like the Wonder Child one that I'm doing where I'm not allowed to use any cheats. Oh my God, that's so hard. It's so hard. Because I just want to buy all these things so that I can get their skills up, but I can't buy any of them because I can't cheat. I'm not good at not using the money cheat. I'm really not. Almost every single household I've played in The Sims, from The Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3, and Sims 4, I've used money cheats. I just do. I can't not. Yeah, I don't know. I really hope that we get Sims pets soon. I really want pets. I know a lot of other people aren't really bothered by pets, but I want pets. And I want like heaps of pets, not just dogs and cats and horses. I want like bunny rabbits and birds and all sorts of like, not exotic animals, but whoa. That was some hectic spinning. That was Bonus Tank, by the way. He grabbed the mouse and did that. It wasn't me. But yeah, I want like exotic animals, like, yeah, all those different, I can't even think of any at the moment. My brain's not working tonight. It's really not working. It's really annoying. I can't think of any animals that I want. Maybe like mice. As a kid, I used to have a mouse, like a tiny little mouse, and it was black and it was really fat, and I called it Speedy. Speedy Gonzalez, because it was so fat and it couldn't run, so it was ironic. I loved that mouse, actually. I mean, they stink. Their cages stink, but it was fun to play with as a kid. But I think he actually got eaten by my dog. I was holding him one day, and I think he jumped. He jumped off my hand and pretty much landed in my dog's mouth. And then it was just instant, and the dog squeezed it, and yeah, he died. That was very sad. I loved that mouse. And then Mum took me to the pet shop to replace it. And I went to get a new one, and I got this awesome, it was like caramel coloured, and I loved it, and I had it in a box, and I'm taking my new mouse home. We got home, it wasn't in the box anymore. It was gone. Like, 100% disappeared on the drive home. Gone. We never found it. Never ever found that mouse. It was gone. Which I was very disappointed about. I think after that I stopped having mice as pets. we just stuck to the dog and fish. Yeah. So now we're doing Joey's outfits. Again, I tried to make them as much like what they wear in the show as I could. Joey was more casual most of the time, like t-shirts and jeans. So yeah. And now we're doing Phoebe. I love the Phoebe sim. She's really cool. I love how she turned out. I wanted to give her like that, how she puts like the top of her hair back and then the bottom of it hangs down. And then she's got those two pieces that just hang in front of her face. I really wanted to give her that hairstyle. And I might actually go looking on the Sims resource and see if there's one that I can use instead. Because, yeah, I mean, I like the hairstyles I chose for Phoebe. I gave her, because she's always got different hairstyles in the show. She's always got crazy different hairstyles. So each of her outfits has a different hairstyle. Whereas the other Sims have the same hairstyle for each outfit. Which is, it's just correct to their characters. And the same with Phoebe. She's always wearing her hair differently. Yeah, so I think I do use that one. And I use the two buns on top of their head. I don't think I use any custom content with Phoebe's hair. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Yeah. Going back and changing other Sims again. She doesn't even look like Phoebe when she's got different coloured hair. I liked this one, but it didn't look right. That one looks right. Yeah, and I think I go through and do the hairstyles first and then do the outfits. But Phoebe is, as I said before, insane. Like, she's literally insane. There's one episode where she finds this cat and is 100% adamant that this cat is her dead mother. And she takes the cat everywhere with her and talks to it and is, a little bit insane. And yeah, she doesn't get a lot of the things that the others say. Like, she's just hilarious. She's pretty hilarious. But she's she's a bit ditzy and real kind of hippie-ish. In the show, she's a masseuse. That's what she does as her job. But she plays guitar and sings at the coffee house. And she's not the greatest singer. And she makes up the most crazy ass songs. Like, crazy. There's one called Smelly Cat. And then there's Christmas songs. And there's one, what's it about? I can't remember. There's another, like, iconic Phoebe song. Smelly Cat is really iconic to Phoebe, but yeah, she just sings these craziest songs. There's one she's like, I really want to write a sad song, but nothing that sad's ever happened to me. And Monica's like, well, why don't you write about how your mum killed herself? She's like, that's not really that sad. Oh, why don't I write about how my hair did that poofy thing that day? And you're like, yep, that's sad, Phoebe. That's sad. Not the fact that your mother killed herself. The fact that your hair did a poofy thing. Yeah. But she's funny. She's always a bit funny. And yeah, I'm just doing her outfits. And you can see all the hair that I did. I chose all different hair. I think I changed that plait though. Maybe. I don't know. I think I do. But yeah, I give her some like her style is very different to the other girls. It's very florally and flowy, and well, at least that's the way I kind of vision Phoebe. Like dresses and flowy and odd. I really wanted to do like some odd patterns and different things like that, but you're so limited to what you can do. It's so frustrating. Like there's only like a few different colors of each outfit, and it's just so hard. I loved The Sims 3 how you could make everything match. You could make everything match, and you could make it whatever color and whatever pattern you wanted. So you could pick a pattern and a color and then use that for two different things, and they would match. Oh, there's that skirt again. I do use it on Phoebe, I think. I love that skirt. I do like that skirt. I use it a lot. But yeah, I think I do change this hair to be her. Oh no, we're doing formal now, are we? Yeah, that's Phoebe's main hairstyle. Sorry, still can't talk. Yeah, just going through and doing her outfits and that. Yeah, I'm really excited to play with Phoebe actually, and do the whole her and Ursula fighting thing, and Phoebe with a stalker that she befriends and then starts to date, and then realizes that he's insane and's like, no, I can't date you anymore. Yeah, she's gonna date some weird Sims. It's gonna be so much fun. This whole Let's Play is gonna be so much fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it's something you guys want to watch, because it's really something that I want to play. I'm gonna have so much fun. Yeah, I wanted to change her hair, but none of them really match Phoebe. That one's just too big. Her hair's just not that big. Yeah, and I found this one and I was like, oh, that's perfect. Plait. Phoebe wears plaits. Or braids, whatever you call them in your country. I'm from Australia, and here I call them a plait. Actually, I think if she turns her head around, it is a braid. But, yeah. And I thought that sweater, now I'm talking American, that shirt and cardigan that she's wearing really suited her, because it's that weird patterned kind that Phoebe would wear. Yeah. Starting a new outfit. I love that jacket actually. It's so cool. It's so cool. Yeah, and I think we've only got one sim left. Who haven't we done? Chandler. Chandler. Yeah. He's next. Chandler's awesome. The Chandler sim looks so good. He looks so good. I love it. I love it so much. The other sims look good, but some of them look more like their characters than the others. Yeah, and then I remembered I had these cool tights. I was like, oh, they're so Phoebe. Phoebe would wear crazy tights like that. So I put them on her. Yeah, doing a swimwear. More custom content. Oh. Yeah. She has no makeup on. I wonder if I realised that. Oh, because it's a swimwear. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. So I think Phoebe turned out pretty well. I should have put some crazy earrings on her. Not that there's many earrings to choose from, but it would have been cool. Yeah, and all the different hairstyles. Yeah. Come on, hurry up. I want to watch Chandler. These sims will be available for download on the gallery. And you can just change out the custom content for things that you have in your game. If you have custom content, or if you just fully base game, that's cool. Phoebe's pretty base game, so she's pretty compatible. Yeah, and I realised I didn't change their skin tones, so I went back and did that. I love Rachel's skin tone, but makes it look like she's got huge boobs, which she doesn't actually have, but I wanted her to have the shiny tanned skin tone, so most of her outfits you can't see her boobs anyway, so it doesn't make, it's all good. It's all good. And yeah, now we're doing Chandler's face. I guess cheerful makes sense for Chandler. I was going to say that I didn't know why I made him cheerful, but he is. Yeah, he is. Because he's joking all the time. He makes jokes. Chandler is, he jokes about it all the time, but the fact that he makes jokes, what's he say? I can't remember exactly what he says now, but it's like a defense mechanism. He makes jokes when he's uncomfortable or embarrassed or anything like that, or nervous. He just makes like awkward jokes. And he makes jokes about making awkward jokes. Yeah. Chandler's a great character. His parents are actually, he has a mum and a dad. But his dad, I don't know if she's his dad. I don't even know how to explain this if you haven't watched the show. His dad dresses like a woman. And I don't know if she actually has boobs, if she's had implants done or anything like that. But she dresses like a woman and she likes men and she works in like a drag show called Viva Las Vegas. And in one episode, Chandler and Monica actually go there. And it's pretty funny. Chandler's taking shape now though. He's starting to look like Chandler. He's not quite there yet. He's got a huge nose. But yeah, he gets there. And I noticed, because I did look up to see if anyone else had done a Friends creator sim on the gallery. And there is a couple on there. And I did notice sometimes they put glasses on Chandler, like geeky looking glasses. But I think I've only ever seen him wear glasses once in the show. So I didn't really think that. Yeah, I didn't really want to do that. But it would have made him look more like a geeky Chandler. Yeah, that's pretty much to finish Chandler, and he looks pretty good if I do say so myself. I give him like all suity outfits, like a shirt and a tie, because it's pretty much what he wears most of the time. Well, most of the time when you see him, or yeah. Gave him a casual couple so that, yeah, sometimes he's wearing the casual outfit. That one suits him really well. I really like that one. That shirt. Yeah, and I wanted to give him a sweater. Oh, I keep saying sweater. Ever since I started doing YouTube, I'm talking like, I say diapers instead of nappies. I say trash can instead of bin. I say sweater instead of jumper. I'm just, and I'm one of those people that really want to keep my own sort of culture. Like a lot of Australian teenagers try and be American. Like, I'm not saying that American's bad. I'm just saying that they're trying to be something they're not, and they, talk with an American accent and do all that, and it's really not me. I'm Aussie, like straight to the bone. Like I'm Aussie all the way. So I really don't want to end up talking like that. I don't know why I am anyway. I don't know if I've been watching too many American YouTubers or what I've been doing, but yeah. I'm going to try and stop that. Got to say bin, I got to say nappy, and I got to say jumper. Yes. I think they're the only three that I've been doing mostly. Yeah. So we're almost finished Joey now. I think we done? Oh no. We did Joey. We just did Chandler. So we're almost finished. And very soon we're going to go into some screenshots. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit me a like if you enjoyed. Comment if you have any other creator sim ideas that you want me to try out, or that you want to be seen done that haven't been done before. And yeah, if you enjoyed and you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, it's going to go into the screenshots. I'll see you guys next time.